Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Retro and Loogie Show. I'm Retro,
And I'm Loogie.
and today we have a lot to talk about. Um, we couldn't talk about a lot of it because literally, like right when I was heading out of town and when I wouldn't be able to record, they announced Steve for Smash Brothers. Steve from Minecraft, if that it wasn't clear enough by the internet
I'm
losing
still
its
I'm still
collective
so
mind.
upset that we didn't get to record the reaction for that because that's been my most hype reaction to any character so far.
I know. I think the only other time that I was really hyped was with Banjo, and that was when I ran out of the band classroom. And our band teacher looked at me like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was pretty hyped for Joker too, because I was like a low key fan of Persona. I just didn't know much about it. But yeah, no, I died of laughter when I saw it was Steve. I was like, "Are you serious?"
I'm kind of upset that some people just think of him as like a meme character because he's genuinely like a gaming icon. Like I'm sure everyone already knows this, but Minecraft's currently the best-selling game of all time.
Yeah, no, he deserves it, whether people think it or not. I mean, I think he genuinely deserves it. Um, but yeah, let's get into his move set. Let's look at this jab attack first of all. It is insanely fast. Like,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. And I mean, even Sakurai was like, "Oh yeah, you can juggle people with this." And I was like, "Really? You're just gonna come out right and say that?" Um.
let's see his jabs. Is this jab the one with the sword?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that one's I find it interesting how like the speed of the attacks depend on what kind of gear you have.
I think it's only for the gold, and for the gold, okay.
Oh, it
So
is.
my source for his frame data is from ESAM. Those of you in the Smash community know who that is. And the frame data is the same on all of the different weapons, but the cooldown on the golden weapons is faster.
Okay. So I guess that's like the trade-off for having it break faster,
Yeah,
because I assume that carries over.
yeah, yeah. I'm assuming so, or else people would just like get gold and that would be it. And that would be ridiculous. But I'm assuming that it was. He probably said it, and I'm just forgetting that he said it. But um, then his dash attack is that pickaxe, and that's ridiculous. That it's a pickaxe. It's so weird that it's a pickaxe. It's weird. It's weird. I still can't wrap my head around Steve slash Alex being in Minecraft.
Yeah, he seems like a really complex character.
Yeah, you have to. I
Like
think
there's a quite the learning curve.
is he. I think he's probably the most tag. Like you have to play him really smart. And I think he's probably. I'm trying to find it in my mind what the word is. Like he's not just like a pickup and you immediately know how to use him character.
Yeah.
All of his moves have so many various uses. I think he's the most. I think he's probably the most advanced character in the in the entire roster. I mean, I guess unless you count like Olimar or something, but I mean,
Like every character has these like complex combos you can learn, but like you need to know a fair bit just before you can even like start playing Steve.
and if you really think about it, it's kind of true. Like the same for like Minecraft. Like you can still play
Yeah.
Minecraft if you're
That's
new to it, but just not as well. But if you get better at Minecraft, then you can do more advanced and technical things. And
actually I remember when I first got Minecraft, I didn't know that you had to like punch a tree to like start actually doing stuff. So most of my time spent in the game was just wandering around looking at stuff.
I I when I first played Minecraft, I had already watched a lot of people play Minecraft, so I already knew how to do a lot of things. But I still started in creative mode. So next is the forward tilt, and that's the that's the Oh, he doesn't have one. He doesn't have a forward tilt because his jab is a moving is a run. It's like Mega Man, where Mega Man uses his like his Mega Buster or I think it's called his Mega Buster, and he just kind of runs forward with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, but his down tilt is that fire that Sakurai said was like PK fire.
I know. Why would you say that? That's gonna make everyone hate the character before he's even out.
Seriously, it's like PK fire. I'm not buying Fighters Pass 2.
Like that clip he showed where Steve was edgeguarding Pit by just spamming down tilt.
That was so dumb. I was like, whoa. I mean, it's rough, and it's gonna that's how it's gonna happen. I mean,
Steve honestly seems like such a toxic character at ledge. Like, you can build blocks to block people from grabbing onto ledge. You can spam down tilt. You can do down air and drop the anvil on them.
yeah.
There's just you do not want to be off stage around Steve.
Seriously, my dad said that he seems like he has a lot of good keep away. Like, he seems like a very keep away character. And I didn't think about that until he said that, and I was like, oh yeah. A lot of his stuff has like high knockback. He does a lot of stuff that like keeps enemies at bay for a minute while because I mean, once you get to the point because your weapons do have durability, and once you run out of durability on your stuff, luckily it's independent, because that would suck if like everything broke once one thing broke. But like, it's almost like it's like Robin.
Yeah.
Because Robin, you can break those spells or whatever, and you can't use them until it recharges. Then there's the up tilt, which is where he swings his axe overhead, and he can also do that repeatedly. So
I like how in the presentation he directly mentioned that was a reference to when you chop down trees and like look up.
Yeah, that's how it's been done since when did Minecraft come out? 2007. Whatever day it was. Yeah, that's how it's been for the longest time. Oh,
It's
wow.
like amazing how faithful Sakurai stayed to Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like, he even gave Steve a terrible jump to more mimic the actual jump in the game.
Steve does have a real bad jump, though. I mean, that's about one block. He can't even get up to a platform, and it makes sense. It's a little annoying.
Like, he's the only character that can't jump up to a platform in one jump.
Speaking of, I'm gonna talk about speaking of platforms later, because there's a move, man. there's a move that involves the upward direction, and anyways, there's the grabs with the fishing rod, which that comes out really fast, and the throws are really good. Like the forward throw is the piston, and then the down throw is anvil if you have iron, and then the up throw is also piston, and then the back throw is just chucking it behind you, or chucking the person behind you, not just chucking it behind you. And you know, the throws are pretty good. They're pretty ridiculous. I'll be honest. I mean, Steve is crazy. Like, I just can't get over the fact of how like insane some of Steve's moves is, and like just the sheer possibility of like what you can do with the character. And I just
guess that's close to the source material.
Yeah, and I like how like the possibilities don't really seem like, oh yeah, someone can just pick up this player or pick up this character and be as toxic as they really want to be. Like there's like a, you know, almost like a learning curve, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, you know,
I'm kind of wondering like what Steve's flaws will be, because like from the presentation he looked really good. There's got to be like some sort of catch.
I mean, it's the materials. But even then, that doesn't even seem like a hindrance, because Like, I mean, his frame rate is good. He's not slow. Like, I don't understand why Steve has to be so overpowered. And then there's his smash attacks,
Yeah.
which is that sword, which is one of the things that has strong knockback.
Yeah, the knockback was insane on that one.
I'm like, and of course we didn't. So for some of the things, I wasn't sure about like if it's really that extreme because we didn't they didn't show us what health the opponent was at. So we have no idea if this was at 0%, if this was at 50%, if this was at 999%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like the reference to the sweeping attack. It's really cool. I think really the only thing that would tie it home for me is if you could hit multiple enemies with it, but it doesn't really matter because a lot of people play one-on-one anyways, so... yeah. So next up is the down smash, or as Sakurai called it, yoga. I'm actually gonna do the down smash and the up smash in the same kind of like a little bit. And then the up smash is a magma block. Now the down smash, like I'm assuming both of them do fire damage. I think I saw that the down smash did fire as well. Which
I would assume so. It just makes sense.
Yeah, but that's insanity, and it's quick and fast, but like it comes out so fast and it goes away so fast. But I mean, if you get hit by that, that's fire damage. And
like in the presentation when he like jumped off stage and placed the block and then down smashed.
Oh my gosh! And then killed whoever that was, dude. Yeah. Are you? I mean, I'm just like, why is Steve so overpowered? Like, I'm not gonna be mad, but I mean, I guess coming back to it, it's probably overpowered if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, like if like this is the first day you've played Steve, then you probably don't actually like really have that kind of insane skill to be able to instinctively place a block downwards, or you know. So I mean, I'm.
Can you go though? Because like his jump isn't that good, and the Elytra seemed more like horizontal distance rather than
maybe that's his. I think maybe that's his crutch, is the fact that you can't really. You can just build up. What am I talking about? You just place the block below you and nerd pull up. That's it. That's and then he could wait. If he has enough materials, could he do the temple thing? With just the blocks? Like if he... So you know how like there's like that thing that people did where like they tried to make characters go from one side of temple to the other side?
Oh yeah.
I think if Steve has enough blocks, you can go like as far as the blocks will take you, and then just hop off with Elytra and glide upwards and fly over. Dude. I mean, the Elytra might not be a great recovery, but like the blocks, man. We're gonna get into that later. That's actually next up of these. But let's get back onto the so we talked about the down smash. It's really quick and does fire damage, and anyone who tries to recover vertically is screwed. Pit, Greninja, Pikachu, Ganondorf, everybody, almost everybody. Probably like Snake and K. Rool, because theirs isn't strictly vertical. You can kind of maneuver. And then the up smash is that magma block, and that magma block is there for so long. Like, it leaves you open if you don't catch them, that's a good thing, that like you do have to wait for that animation to end where he places it and then breaks it. But if you catch someone in that, they're in there for like that's there for so long.
Yeah.
Like, and then the fact that it can reach up onto platforms. So like you catch someone and then they're falling down and they come down to a platform. You just hit that up smash and back up into the air they go.
Yeah, Steve also had a lot of juggle potential.
Yeah, that
Like
that
he has that really quick up tilt with the axe.
yeah. I think Sakurai showed that where he did the up tilt and then he pulled out the magma block.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you serious?" Like, it's just another thing that if you use it right and at the right moments, you're gonna. Some people are gonna throw down their controllers or start screaming and yelling and jumping and yeah. It says here, great follow up. It has so it has low knockback. So do with that what you will, and then it can also it's good for tilt for after the tilt and after aerials. Um, so yeah, on to the B moves, just the regular special stuff.
Mhm.
Um, so we'll start off with the we'll just do it in the order that I have it here. So we'll start off with the mining. So that I like the mining. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I
It's
was
crazy how in depth they went with it. Like
yeah
different areas of the stage will give you different amounts of materials.
yeah for sure. I was watching Hungry Box react to the Steve like moveset thing, and he was worried about if he about like um Omega stages and battlefields. And I think and I remember when I watched it by myself, like before I watched it, watching other people's reactions, I actually was like, so what do you do on Omega stages and like in
I think
battlefield
he said,
stages?
didn't he
And
say in the
yeah,
direct?
it's a predetermined. If you're on
Yeah.
Battlefield or Omega, it's a predetermined like what materials you get when you mine. I like how
Mhm.
you change tools depending on what surface you're on. I thought that was pretty cool.
The thing is, though, like competitive players, they don't use Battlefield and Omega. They
Mhm.
just use normal stages like Battlefield,
Oh yeah, Final Destination.
Final Destination, like
Uh,
Yoshi's Story,
no. Oh yeah, Yoshi's
Land.
Story. Yeah.
So like I guess
Smashville.
yeah. So for Steve players, that adds like another layer of depth for its stage choice, because like you have to consider what materials you're gonna get in which stage.
Yeah, because if you're on Smashville, you're gonna end up getting stuck with wood,
Yeah.
and that's not good. Didn't mean for that to rhyme. But if you're on like Battlefield, I think actually probably on Battlefield you get stone and Actually, what do you get on Final Destination?
I don't know.
Hmm,
Maybe like iron or something.
maybe. Um, so yeah, the mining's pretty cool. It's how you get materials. There's really not much else about it. Then there's crafting, which I want to talk about the moving the crafting table to you as well.
Oh yeah.
I think that that's excellent. That was excellent thinking on their part,
Yeah, I didn't
on Sakurai's
think that
part,
at all. It's great that they considered that.
because all someone has to do is like if they didn't add that, all someone would have to do is stand in front of the crafting table. Whenever Steve ran towards them, hit Steve, and then just like when Steve is trying to come back to hit them again, or to try to get out of them again, just keep breaking the crafting table, and that would be ridiculous, and would immediately make playing against Steve a non-fun experience. But the fact that you just hit shield and it's just shield and is it shield and down B or shield and B? Yeah,
It's like
shield.
the
Yeah.
ink recharge.
Well, Inkling is shield and down B. That's why I was
Oh, it
confused.
is.
Yeah. Um, I believe it is. Um, um, but yeah, I think that was great thinking.
Yeah.
Um, I like how it makes all of your weapons instead of having to
You don't have to do it.
use what's up?
You don't have to do it all just one at a time.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just crafting. It's crafting. Um, then when you jump, that's where the real fun begins. If you so so all of these are different. So
Wait, what was? Because those are all mapped to neutral special, right?
yeah, so if you're just on the ground and you hit neutral special, you start mining. If you're in front of a crafting table and you hit neutral special, you craft. If you hit neutral special in the air, you place a block. Oh my gosh, the blocks. Like,
Nice.
luckily they break, like, after a certain amount of time. But, like, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, you could just do
There's
so much stuff with
so
that.
much. We said the same thing, but, like, less. Different energies. But, like,
It's really impressive how the dev team, they had to rework every stage.
yeah, my heart goes out to the dev team who had to remake all of the stages, essentially. Like, you remember making all these stages? Yeah, do it again. What? Sakurai-san, no. Yes.
Height.
Hi. Um, but that Pikachu clip, dude. That Pikachu clip
All
was
the
like,
edge guarding clips, those are just terrible to watch.
oh.
I don't want this character.
I was like, oh, are you serious? Like, they did like that was so dirty. Like he was like do jump over the edge, place the blocks. Oh, Pikachu can't recover and then free falls and then dies.
And he
And
has
then
like no facial expressions and such simple movement. It
he
just feels so
blinks.
much worse.
That's all he does is he blinks.
Yeah.
Oh no. And then the fact that he can use it to get out of dying like off stage. Like just place a block below you and you stand there. Like
No, his recovery is basically only limited by how many materials he has to place
yeah.
down.
Yeah. And like you could totally just like completely cuck someone. Like you launch them off the stage. Like Luigi, for example. Like you let Luigi try to come in and do the missile and then you just hop off the edge and like place a block like right in the middle of the right in the middle of the blast, or is it just like the air, I guess, right in the middle of
Yeah.
off stage. Like so many characters are not going to be able to recover when it comes to Steve.
Yeah.
Like you thought they had bad recoveries now.
Oh yeah, the build limit is another thing with the blocks.
Yeah, that's a good thing that you can't just kind of go off wherever you want to go. That there's actually like you can't place. It would have been cool if they used like the actual barrier blocks from Minecraft to show that, but maybe they do because what we did see was like as of August and it's now October. So there's bound to be differences.
Yeah, they did say it. There could be differences between presentation.
I don't want them to change. I don't really want them to change much of like frame data or anything because it's fine. It's like because like you just gotta be
We'll have to
good.
wait and see how good he is. See if they nerf anything.
Yeah, I'll be sad if they do though, because I like Steve the way that he is. Like he
It
looks
depends, though.
overpowered, but that's because
If he actually turns out to be overpowered, he's like Bayonetta 2, and everyone hates him, then like, I don't want that, because like, I want
yeah,
people to act like him.
I want him
Yeah.
overpowered as long as you have to be smart in order for him to be overpowered, instead of just him being like,
Like
haha,
little Timmy, just pick up the character and get into Elite Smash.
yeah, like pick up like a Terry Bogard in that jab power dunk, like not that level of like, but like if you can just like if you can pick up Steve and then you have no idea what you're doing until you actually play the character more, and then you can start doing cool tricks and blocking people off and recovering with the blocks and whatnot. So yeah, that's about it for that one. On to the downbeat, right?
That's about it. After we like talked about the blocks for half an hour.
Yeah. I feel like if we don't stop now, we're gonna have to make 2 videos.
So
um,
yeah, as you're saying.
yeah. Then there's the downbeat. The TNT. I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse. Like all the specials except for the up special are like insane. Like, and
He just seems like he can either be like really toxic or he can do like really cool setups.
dude, I think that Steve is gonna have someone's gonna find out that Steve has an infinite. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that Steve has an infinite.
Probably with like all the really quick frame data and stuff. I don't
Like,
know. There's probably something there.
yeah, for sure. Um, but the TNT is ridiculous. The fact that you have options, so you can place it and leave it there, place it and add redstone, so you can trigger it from afar, place it and then place a pressure plate down, so that people activate it if they step on it on accident, like, and then you can activate it with the side special. Like, that's ridiculous. So not only can you do it from however long the game will let you, but then you just hit your side special and throw a minecart over that way, and pie-ow, kaboom. And if you have the materials for it, obviously you have to have redstone to actually put down a redstone trail, or you also have to have gold and redstone to make a powered rail, and the powered rail makes the minecart go so fast that it's like you have no time to even consider how you should figure out like what you need to do.
Yeah, you can minecart someone off the stage and then put down blocks to block them from getting back on stage.
Like that Deity clip with the TNT, and he placed the TNT down, and then Deity was trying to come back, and he pressed the pressure plate, and Deity was gone. Like,
I really like the explosion detail though, like the Minecraft explosion effect combined with like the Smash Bros.
yeah,
Move screen. That
yeah.
looked really cool.
But on the Sonic clip where he showed Sonic running onto that pressure plate, Sonic completely stopped. Like, he stepped on the pressure plate, and then like mid animation, Sonic stopped, and then explosion. And that's I mean, it makes sense though. Like, that would completely make it redundant to be able to make someone activate it themselves, as if it didn't actually have some way of making it so that the character stayed on there long enough to reap the punishment of being so unobservant and whatnot. I mean, there's a lot of options with the TNT. Then there's a side special, which is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the minecart.
You can run into people if you're on it yourself. You can use a powered rail and make it so that people can't really figure out what's going on because you're running at them. You can use it to activate TNT. You can put enemies in it and allow them to go off the edge. Of course, everything uses materials, so like you can't just sit there and do it forever, which I think is a good thing. I think that's really the only thing that keeps it from being overpowered, is the fact that you have to have you have to actually gather materials after a while.
Mhm.
And so that's really where the playing smart aspect comes in, because you don't want to just spam everything, because you'll press something and then find that it doesn't work, and you'll be left in an awkward position.
Yeah.
Now I almost wonder if you can place blocks down. Like, if you place blocks down in like an upwards pattern or something, and you hit the minecart, if you can go up that and
Oh
like
yeah, like you build a little staircase for it.
yeah, or if you can
Yeah, that would be cool. I wonder if he can do that.
and I have a feeling you can place down like 4 blocks, 2 on each side, and then the minecart, and then just sit there and do. Luckily, the blocks probably break faster, so you couldn't just go to one edge of the stage, the other edge of the stage, and then just that would be
That would be infinite, like you were saying earlier.
it would be if the blocks didn't break, that would be an infinite. Oh gosh.
That would be terrible if the blocks didn't break.
Yeah. Really, it's just like time limits and durability for Steve that really keeps him from being completely overpowered and unbearable to play against. Yeah, but I still imagine that he'll be a really good character, like to play. But you just have to worry about materials and the block stuff. And then the up special is the elytra. It's just brawl gliding. I don't really have much else to say about
Yeah.
that. Then there's the aerial attacks, which is the neutral air, which he just does the jab, but in the air.
Yeah.
The forward air is just the pickaxe going downwards. Kind of like, just.
Oh yeah, that one spikes too, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. That one spikes. I forgot about
It's
that.
like Mario's forward air, but even faster.
Didn't he? No, Sakurai did a combo with that. I think wasn't it down throw and then he ran over and hit him with the forward air.
I think so.
Yeah. Yep. Steve swings his pickaxe in front of him in an overhead arc. This meteor spikes opponents, hit midair, sending them down rapidly. And then his back air is the same thing, just without the meteor, but higher knockback.
Oh yeah.
The down air is the anvil, which is ridiculous.
Another way of ledge guarding, as if you need those.
Yeah, and you can cancel it, and it looked like the anvil still kept going down after you canceled it. So after he canceled it, and then the up air is he was swinging his axe or something upwards. So yeah, pretty basic, but still have a lot of potential. And then his final smash is the House of Boom. I think that's a cool final smash.
It's hilarious with the little steak eating bit at the end.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think I would have been. I'm happy with this one, but I think I would have been happier if it utilized like I don't know, if it was like Steve built a wither and then the wither shot him into the distance and then he ended up in the end, or something like that, some convoluted something rather that involved the wither and the ender dragon. But yeah, the victory stake at the end, I think, is really. I like it when Sakurai describes it. He's like, and then a victory stake, and I was like, it's hilarious. I'm sad. So that's it for the moveset.
Imagine if they added that as like one of the taunt messages in arenas.
Finally, a victory stake. Oh, the taunts are really good. We forgot the.
Yeah, victory steak is one of the taunts, right?
No, yeah, you just eat one of the steaks. You just eat a steak, and then, you do the jump thing where you jump and punch, and then you do the crouching thing. Those are so iconic for like.
No.
When I saw that, I was like, all right, those are good taunts. I'm really happy about that.
All right, is that all the moveset?
Yep, that's everything for the moveset.
Because speaking of iconic, I wanted to transition to the music.
Oh.
Which is sort of.
I'm
like,
fine with it, I guess. I'll deal with it.
There must have been some licensing error or like issue.
But even
with,
if they
like,
were,
songs.
even if they were able to actually add the music, it wouldn't really have made much sense in the setting of Smash because all of the music is so like calm and relaxing.
The song they used to show off Steve, like in the reveal trailer, that one was originally a calm song. And they did a hyped up remix of it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I want to
I'm
beat
sure they
someone to
could have
cat. I want to kill someone to cat.
done.
Or blocks, or dry hands. Although Steve's hands will be wet after beating someone up in Smash. Haha, get it? All that splooshy blood stuff.
You're talking about the song Wet Hands.
No, I was making a joke that like I want to beat someone up to dry hands, but then afterwards my hands would be wet.
But yeah, just the fact that there's no Sweden
Yeah, Sweden.
Steve. That's
I've
like,
heard some very hyped up remixes of Sweden.
yeah, fans have done stuff that totally could have fit, but
Yeah, but that C418 is very strict about his copyright. When I'm editing this video, I want to use Minecraft music, and I was reading his copyright, and I'm like, I don't know I don't know what if I'm safe if I do this or not, because he's like very strict.
man, imagine being so strict that you don't let your music get into Smash Bros. Like, what?
Like it's
At that point, you need to reconsider everything.
Yeah, you should probably go take a walk, look out onto the ocean, or whatever desert wherever you live, and like just
Because
think.
that has to be the only solution, right? Like, I don't know why else they wouldn't include the iconic Minecraft music.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I would have been fine if it was remixes. Like, it would have made more sense if they were remixes, but.
I mean, surely they would have had to have done remixes.
I mean, like Undertale got in Smash, or Undertale, Megalovania got into Smash, so why can't Sweden? But I guess we'll just have to deal with the Dungeons / Minecraft Earth songs.
Yeah.
Whatever. Then there's the Kirby, which you'll see in the video. That's my profile picture, is the Kirby, and everybody lost their minds. Actually, I think in like the first few moments after the direct, Kirby was trending, or Minecraft Kirby or something like that.
I like how he literally just looks like a Kirby mod for Minecraft.
It makes sense though. It really makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what though? That means that Kirby gets his neutral special, which means he gets blocks.
Oh, yeah, he gets to mine. He gets to. Wait, how would crafting even work for him?
I don't think he can craft because he doesn't use other. He's not like. I kind of wish that you.
Because you do need tools for mining.
Yeah. Unless Kirby just uses his bare fist. I don't know.
He sucks the materials out of the ground.
There you go. There's an excuse. Maybe he just turns his hand into a pickaxe.
Kirby with blocks. That's.
Oh my gosh! With Kirby's down special, the friggin' rock, and his up special and everything else, Kirby with blocks is. Oh no! Better not play against Kirby. If you're playing with Steve, or if you're playing like a teams match with Kirby, and you have Steve on one end and Kirby on the other, or even Kirby and Steve on the same team.
A team with two Steves, though, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Like the trailer, you can just like box people in.
You could, and that would be absurd. And then you just like do whatever until the blocks break. It's like Bed Wars in a way. Then there's the Mii costumes, the Creeper, which is the Creeper and the Pig are both freaky.
I know, they're so cursed. Like neither of them are supposed to look like people.
But
like,
they do. I wish they would have gone for Skeleton.
Yeah.
They should.
Skeleton as Gunner.
They could have done Skeleton and Skeleton for Gunner, and Wither Skeleton for. Yeah, they could have done. Yeah, or they could have even done one of the Illagers, like the Evoker.
I don't know. They just there's so many humanoid mobs. I don't know why they went with creeper and pig.
Yeah, I guess they had to find a way to get creeper in. So I would have rather them made a creeper assist trophy.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
And
But like they
then
haven't added any such trophies in as DLC yet, so I
yeah,
wonder if that's something they can do. Or
they probably could. They just didn't. I think they could have done. I think they should have done a creeper assist trophy, a skeleton gunner costume, a wither skeleton sword fighter costume, and then like a villager brawler costume, or just another sword fighter costume, but it was the Vindicator. Then there was the two characters from the game or wait, what was the one from that tower game or whatever that none of us know, that no one knows about?
Tower of something.
Yeah.
The dude with like the helmet, horns
Yeah.
coming out of it.
Tower of I don't care. Next.
It seems like I'm guessing it's some old game.
Yeah, some old game that's before our. Then there was Travis from Travis.
Oh yeah.
I
Like
don't know.
the other versions of the direct in other regions, they had the No More Heroes logo there, but
Yeah, I
guess
don't know.
Travis here.
Yep.
They did it with Assassin's Creed too.
Yeah. I don't understand. They did it
Not
for
sure
Vault
what's up
Boy
with
as
that.
well.
Right.
It was called Vault Boy. And I bet you in other countries it was Fallout Vault Boy. Oh gosh.
I'm guessing that's another case of weird legal issues.
I guess. But rest in peace to all the people who wanted Travis Touchdown as an actual fighter. Like, I feel like this was a big taunt from Sakurai. Like, everyone wants Travis Touchdown. All right, here he is as a me costume. Oh, y'all don't want Steve because it would be bad. Here's Steve. Luckily he's not bad, but
I actually know a lot of people who wanted Steve.
I would have been. I
Yeah,
was like, it was like a thing in the back of my mind. Like, I'm not gonna be mad if one of them is Steve, but like, I don't really like. He wasn't like one of the things where like I really want Steve, but like, you know what I mean?
It didn't it didn't really seem like a possibility to
Yeah.
me, so I like that invested in him, but like I don't know.
I was so like, I mean, I'm sitting here at like 7 o'clock in the morning, or no, I went back to sleep. So I'm here at like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, and I use my tablet when I watch YouTube, my Kindle, so I cover the side of the screen that shows thumbnails, like where the thumbnails are, and then I navigate to the direct, and it says a new seed, and I was like, oh, I wonder if there's gonna be someone from like a plant game or something, and so I was like, okay, well, let's find out.
Pea shooter from Plants vs Zombies.
Yeah, something like that. And so I look at it, all the characters are beating each other up, and then Mario goes flying, and then he breaks through the blast zone or whatever happened. I'm guessing he broke through the blast zone. Was that the
Yeah, I didn't know Minecraft Stone was what's on the edge of the blast zone.
I guess. And then I
Some
didn't
Smash lore.
recognize it. I didn't recognize it at first. Like the blocks, like the blocky shapes just didn't click in my head. And then Mario was looking around all frantic, and I heard a spider and the rattle of a skeleton, and I was like, no way. And then I saw the eyes, and I saw the spider eyes and the Enderman eyes. I was like, there's no way. And then Steve came through the wall, and I was like, I didn't even say anything. I just died of laughter. Like, I was just like, it was just, I couldn't handle it.
I woke up at like 7 a.m. I was laying in bed. I was watching YouTube on my school laptop.
Alright, already
So,
off
yeah.
to a good start.
Right when he busted through the wall and those like pixelated smoke effects came up, I knew it was Minecraft, and I got so hyped. It was like 7 a.m. and I was just screaming in my bed. Luckily, I didn't wake anybody up. But
Yeah, that's a good thing.
yeah, the spiders and I think there was Enderman too, wasn't there? Yeah.
I was like, there's no. And then you remember my response in the server. Of course, we can't say what I said on here, but
I know, like, for the rest of the day, you were like in shock.
I just couldn't believe it. Like,
Yeah,
it was something in the back of my mind, like, yeah, it would be cool if this happened, but like, I never thought that it would be a possibility. And so when I saw that it was Steve, I just couldn't handle it for like the rest of the day and like most of the next day. I just couldn't fathom. Yeah, we should probably. Do you want to talk about the amiibos? It's just Banjo Kazooie, Byleth, Terry.
I'm really hyped when we get Steve amiibo, though. I'll definitely want to pick that up.
Yeah, I want to get the Joker, the Terry, and the Steve amiibos.
Speaking of which, the amiibos all match the renders, right? So his is just gonna be standing there.
I guess. I hope not, but maybe.
I hate how they didn't give him any interesting pose. Like, he's not running with a sword or like guarding. He's just like literally standing there.
Yeah.
You've seen the updated banner, right?
The where it looks like he's just kind of photoshopped in.
I know. It looks like if someone showed that picture before the direct, everyone would say it's a garbage Photoshop. But no, that's how it is. That's official.
That's just how reality is. Welcome to 2020. Welcome to Smash 2020.
This is our timeline. We have a deadly virus, but at least we have Sans and Steve in Smash Bros.
Sacrifices had to be made. Could you imagine, like, you go back in time and tell like early Smash fans, like, yo, so there's gonna be these characters, and they're gonna be like, no, there's no way. Like, oh yeah, so we're gonna get Banjo and Kazooie and Ridley. Nuh-uh, there's no way. But here we are. We have, I mean, almost all of what people wanted has come true. If you really think about it, like Ridley and Banjo, and then Sans and Steve were memes. Like that was something that like people never thought would happen. Although Sans is a me costume. Then Travis, obviously. Like, there's just so many characters that people wanted that they're in now, and like, really, I think there's only like 4 left for me that I really want, and that's Gino. I know. Everybody wants Gino.
I'm pretty sure he's actually gonna get in. Like,
I mean,
there's no me costume in.
Yeah,
of him,
that's I
they
cling
took
to
it out of
that.
the Smash board.
I cling to that, and they've had to talk to Square Enix twice. Yeah, they had to talk to Square Enix to get Cloud in Ultimate again, and they had to talk to Square Enix to get Hero. So there's no way that, because Square Enix owns Geno, I think. I'm pretty sure that Square Enix is Geno is Square Enix's trademark.
I mean, we got 2 DLC characters owned by Microsoft, so maybe we can get 2 DLC characters owned by Square.
Yeah. And the fact that, like you said, there's no Mii costume. And they've had plenty of times to add. In fact, every single time that they've added a new DLC character with a new Mii costume pack, they could have added Geno, but they haven't.
And Min Chi confirmed that whole like spirits rule, right? Like she was
You
the spirit
guess?
of the game before she came in.
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I think
Because I
you're
know
right.
that's saying like he's a spirit in the game, so he can't be a character.
Yeah. Which that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it's like
People
even
just need to stop trying to make rules
yeah.
that deconfirm characters.
Technically, I mean, if you really think about it, technically, nothing deconfirms a character. Like a character being a me costume. I mean, maybe it deconfirms them, but
I think
being an
so far,
assist trophy, being a spirit like that doesn't make sense to deconfirm a character.
I think the whole they need to originally come from a video game rule. I think that one still is like an actual rule.
Yeah.
Like no movie characters.
Mhm. Um. So like I said, Gino, and then Waluigi. So I know two crazy picks that are frowned upon if you actually think those things. And then Phoenix Wright, just cause, and Dr. Eggman because he's my favorite villain, and I think he would be cool in Smash.
Yeah, we only have one Sonic character in Smash right now.
Yeah, I feel like every character should get like a villain character to go along with them. That's just me though.
Ender Dragon for Smash.
Steve technically got Zombie and Enderman, so
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm talking like Dr. Eggman for Sonic, Dr. Wily for Mega Man.
King Boo for Luigi.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That's another one.
I really wish Luigi in Smash he was like Luigi from the Luigi's Mansion series rather than just Luigi from the Mario series.
Yeah, because then they just made him a pretty much echo of Mario, and that's just not fun. At least
Like
in my
Wario
opinion.
is considered from the WarioWare series, Yoshi
Yeah.
is from the Yoshi series, but Luigi, he's apparently just from the Mario series.
I guess.
That's just something that bothers me.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we forgot to talk about the little things. The little things that Steve has.
Little things.
When he goes to sleep, he places down a bed.
Oh, I love that.
Um,
Though it does seem like that makes it pretty easy for Jigglypuff to rest him, because
Yeah.
like he has such a wide box.
a big red target.
Yeah.
Aim here if you want to get it. There was another small thing that was a really neat detail. Now I forgot what it was. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? I like how they added like they didn't have to, but they actually put the villagers in the homes and beds on the Minecraft stage, on like the village stages.
Like Sakurai even said, like you won't be able to see this with the normal camera.
Yeah.
So that's something that literally no one will be able to see, but
Yeah.
they just did it anyway.
Yeah. I think that's all for the Smash stuff regarding Minecraft and Steve and such.
Yeah, that's all. I'm sure it's been very short. We've spent pretty much no time talking.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So yeah, onto the Minecon live stuff, or Minecraft Live, whatever it's called. It's gone by so many names. Like,
Man, again, our timeline. We got a cave update.
oh my god.
We got Steven's Smash Bros. And we got the cave update.
Dude. Like, I can't. I just want to get right into the cave stuff because I'm so excited about it. I want to start off with the skulk sensor. Oh gosh. Wireless redstone? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We live in a timeline where we have Steve and Smash, the cave update, and wireless redstone. Oh gosh. And it's like a 2-in-1 thing, because I always wanted like a way that you could make that there was a way that you could detect players without them knowing. Like, because obviously, you have pressure plates and tripwires and buttons and whatnot.
I can notice all that. Yeah.
But I always wanted a way to actually, like, do that without having all the stuff that people can look out for and it be visible and whatnot. And the fact that it's like you can put wool in certain spots so it doesn't pick up like the vibrations from other directions. Yeah. Like that is so, like that's so amazing. I love it so much. Wireless redstone, and that's technically another redstone clock because the piston, if you activate the sensor, then it would activate the piston. Then the sound of the piston would activate the sensor, and that's a redstone clock. Easy.
Yeah, they did that in the presentation, didn't they?
I think they did it on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wireless redstone. There's really not much. There's not much more to say about the skulk sensor. It's amazing. And then there's perfect to reveal this around Halloween. The Warden.
His head is like meant to look like a skulk sensor, isn't it?
Yeah, like the little antler things on the side of its head are like the little vine things on the sensors. But that thing is so creepy. Like people are like, oh, it's so cute, and I'm like, it doesn't have eyes. Its mouth, its face is a mouth, and it's got a weird friggin' thing in its chest.
And it's absolutely busted too. Like that guy hit another right, and it still killed him super quickly.
And then like, it's even scarier because you got to be quiet, and then if it hears you, it comes to you.
That's Breath of the Wild.
I think it's even scarier when like since it's blind, it doesn't actually see you. So like if you make a sound, but like you quickly cover it up and make it focus on something else, and like you're like right up next to it, and it's making sounds and like the groaning sounds and whatnot, and then the fact that it speeds up. Like if it hones in on you and it's just and lumbering towards you, dude, it is like, and then it doesn't help that they play like that like super eerie music.
Yeah.
And like, is like an effect of the Warden being around? Was that light effect like an editing thing, or was that an actual thing that happens?
Yeah, there was that whole like flickering.
Dude, if that happens, like, I'm so done. I'm not playing Minecraft anymore. I can't play it without getting scared.
The deep dark cave biome, like that just happens.
Oh, I hate it. I don't like hate it. Like actually, like I'm not gonna play Minecraft ever. Like, even though I just said I'm not gonna play Minecraft ever again. I hate it because it's so terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I go to Minecraft to get away from the creepy element. Like, and it's just so creepy. Like, it's not gonna take long for someone to make some real creepy art of it.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you it's already happened. And if it has, I'll put, of course I'll like credit the artist, but I'll put some of it like in post editing, like for sure. Then there's the biomes. So since we already just talked about the Warden, we might as well talk about the biome that the Warden was in, with that new stone, whatever that stone was.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of interesting stuff in that. There was candles.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even mention it, but there was like candles that were kind of placed around. There was a little structure that had like
Yeah.
it was kind of like a living quarters.
I wonder if that's naturally generated, or if it's like.
I'm assuming so. It seems like it is.
I wonder if those like spawn near wardens. It's like the warden's office or whatever.
There's like, I mean, but there wasn't any lighting inside of it, which is what makes me think that it's not player made. It's actually like regularly generated. The grass looks cool, whatever the flooring is. I'd like to see more of that biome in like a bigger, like the bigger caves, as opposed to that small little space.
Yeah.
It's almost like
they might not even spawn in big caves though.
maybe
It could be like part of the biome that is just small little claustrophobic areas.
which would probably add to the terror factor. But in all honesty, it's not really. You know. Then there's the lush caves, which look awesome. With like.
That's where the glow squid's gonna be in, right?
I don't. Maybe I think that the glow squid is gonna be kind of like a general. Maybe, you could be right. Because there is local water levels, so like there's gonna be different water levels in various caves. So it could be like that the lush, if you're in like a lush cave with deep enough water lakes and whatnot, that there will be glow squids. But I can't wait. That's another one of the biomes that I can't wait to see in like a bigger, more spacious setting, with like that spore flower, the glowberries, that grass carpeting.
That's really cool too. Like it adds more visual variation in the caves. It's
and
not just all gray.
And like the lights, they grow. Like it's growable lights. Like what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
And that's where the we'll talk about it later, but that's where the axolotls are. So that's pretty radical. And then there's the regular caves, which they're regular caves. They look cool. Like, not to blow them off, like they look amazing in the new generation stuff, but like
they're practically a new biome with how different they are.
Yeah. Although I will miss the old caves just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I mean, that's only, for me, it's only because of nostalgia though, because like the new ones are way better.
Yeah, I hate them, but like I'll miss them because of nostalgia. Then there's the dripstone caves. Oh, I'm so excited. That's another one that I'm really excited for. Like, it looks so cool. And like, you can actually like break it, and like it looked like there was like it fell off. So like, I'm guessing if it grows to a certain extent, it'll fall off of the ceiling, which adds another danger factor if you're mining, because you don't know if one above you will actually come falling down and land. Well, it doesn't. It looks like it actually stays solid until it hits the ground. So you may very well be able to get damaged from a falling dripstone.
They also damage you if you land on them.
Yeah.
The ones facing upward.
Which that adds a whole new thing for mob farms, since you can collect them, and I'm assuming you can place them. I mean, it's just like modded spikes and like, you know, the various mods that add spikes, like extra utilities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there's the new mountains, which look so beautiful.
Yeah, they look amazing.
I'm really excited for the new mountains, and then like the snow that like you sink into and stuff.
Yeah.
This game is about to like when I was watching it live, I'm just sitting there like, when are they gonna stop? Like, how is there more? I mean, I didn't want them to stop, of course, but I was just dumbfounded by how much stuff there was. Um, then there's Optifine. I mean telescopes. I mean, I almost want them to add like a space kind of things. Like you could look up into the sky and you could see like planets and like you might actually be able to travel to them. But I don't know. For now, it just kind of has the
Oh, it'd be cool if like you look up and you can like see the end platform up there.
Yeah, that would be another really cool thing.
It's like a little speck off in the distance.
You see the Ender Dragon kind of floating around. It's like in Breath of the Wild when you see the divine beasts on like
Yeah.
Rudania on the volcano. I couldn't remember what the name of him, what his name was. Yeah, its name. I don't know why I said he. But it's pretty much just Optifine without using a mod. So it's not. I mean, it's cool. It's just not like.
Oh yeah, and that's made with amethyst, right?
Yep, which is coming up later. Or no, I did put it on the list. I just didn't call it amethyst. So that's coming up in a little while. But that one's gonna be really cool to talk about as well. Then I'm actually really excited to talk about the archaeology system.
Yeah, they didn't show. Did they say it's useful for anything other than making pots?
You can get diamond and emerald blocks. At least from what they showed, you can get diamond and emerald blocks from it. Yeah. It's like you find these dig sites and then you go digging and then you can get diamond blocks and emerald blocks and the ceramic fragments and like.
That's a cool thing for building though, like the ceramic pot.
Yeah, for sure. Like all like the people who make like temples and ancient cities and whatnot. They just got another thing that will really help them. I want to know if you can use them as storage though. Like they're cool as decoration, but I don't think that they were just decoration.
Probably not. I'm guessing maybe you can put like a flower in them. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be neat. A little flower. I mean, there isn't really much to talk about it. But it is really cool. Like, I'm actually I'm actually really excited for that. Now we get to talk about the axolotl. Your own little legion. You can make your own little legion that'll attack the guardians for you.
I like how they added axolotl because it's like an endangered species, but in the game they make it so you're able to make them fight for you.
Yeah.
Like, yes, my endangered species, go die for me.
I just want it for axolotl in it, but I want it to swim around in a fish tank if I make one, and I want it just for the axolotl in a bucket.
Isn't that how you tame them? You
Yeah.
just throw them in a bucket.
Yeah, it's still adorable. I like how there was a bit where they were like talking about the artists that helped them, and like they were showing off various artists that were doing like, you know, the concept artist and like the texture artist and stuff like that. And then they tried to blur out what the mob he was working on was, and I immediately like recognized the shape of the animal, and I was like, that's an axolotl. And then, like, right afterwards, they were like, we want to show off this new thing. It's an axolotl. And I was like, wow. But yeah, I'm excited for the axolotl.
Cool.
Cutest darn predator there is in the game. Then there's copper. A whole new ore.
That's been in mods for, like, the longest time,
Oh, yeah,
hasn't it?
no. Yeah, for sure. Thermodynamics or whatever, just the thermal series, because there's like a bunch of that. I think it's been in IC2, and I think it's also in immersive engineering. Like there's a lot of mods that have copper, but I like what they're doing with the blocks. That's cool. The way that they age.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You could make a Statue of Liberty.
I know that's what I thought of too.
And then, like, eventually it would turn green. And like,
Yeah.
but like, that's so cool that the fact that it turns green after a while, showing like the age. That is amazing. And then that's one of the things you need to make the telescope is copper. And then there's the lightning rod, which, I mean, I don't usually make my roofs out of wood. I usually make them out of stone. I mean, I guess like there's that one wooden house that I built.
For people who they don't have to worry about their house burning down.
Yeah, it'd be cool if there was like if it was redstone functional. Like if it would output a redstone signal, that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Then there's the amethyst geodes, which look really cool.
Are those little ones that like make a wind chime sound?
Yeah. I like how you can't take the farm with you. You actually have to like save wherever you found it, and like.
Yeah.
I want to know what other uses there are going to be for the crystal though, because it's copper and crystal that are the materials for the telescope. But I wonder what else is used for, what else is used, like what else uses crystals.
Yeah, because surely it's not just for the telescope.
Watch them start adding like magic wands and stuff. I don't know, amethyst just seems vaguely magical to me for some reason.
I mean, they do have the evoker, who's like a magic.
And they almost added
user.
the isologer, which I don't want to get into that right now.
That's magic based.
Yeah.
So it's not like it'd be too far fetched to add magic wands.
I think it would be cool if they added like magic wands. That'd be pretty neat. Like ones you could collect from mobs, ones that you could craft, ones that you could find. But maybe in another update someday. Then there's the bundles, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited for that. Like, it's such a small edition, but like, if you really think about it, like that's gonna save you so much inventory space in the long run. Like,
wait, so what's the difference between those and shulker boxes?
shulker box? I don't know actually. Well, actually, no. I do know. Shulker boxes you can only get late game because you have to go to the end city to get the shulker shells from the shulkers, and then you make the boxes. But I'm guessing the bundles are gonna be like leather and string and stuff. So
a lot less chance of death to get it. A lot less of a chance of death getting a bundle than getting a shulker box.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm really excited about the bundle. I mean, there isn't really much to say about it, but it's going to be really good for mining and exploring and building and whatever else you may be doing. Then there's goats.
Oh yeah.
They do the thing where they hit you and you go flying. And other creatures, they also hit other creatures and they go flying.
Are they a hostile mob or are they passive?
I think they're passive. I don't know, because cows don't attack, so I don't know why that goat smacked the cow. So maybe they're like hostile towards other like passive things and probably some mobs. And then if you like, it's kind of like a llama, where like if you punch a llama, you'll get spit. If you punch a goat, you'll get butted. You'll have to butt in. But yeah, then they jump super high, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what other use they're gonna have.
I guess that means you can't like close them in gates like normal fences because they can just jump over.
You'd have to make like a big old glass chamber or something.
The goat tank.
Goat tank. That makes me think of so many things at once, and I don't know which one to say that I'm thinking about. Like a goat, or like a tank that looks like a goat inside of a actual glass fishing tank, like a tank of blended goat.
Oh,
Oh man, but I mean that's what else is there to say about the goats? It's goats. Oh, I just thought about something I forgot to mention. Probably for the lush caves, those leaves, the drip leaves or whatever they're called,
oh yeah.
where you
The
jump
ones
on
that
them and
as they stand on them.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Although they're not very memorable because like even when I was rewatching the live today, I completely forgot that those were a thing when it got to that part. I was like, oh, I forgot about these.
I guess they're, like they said in the presentation, they're good for parkour maps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, did they say that in the
Yeah, they said
presentation?
that they were good for like something along
I know
those lines.
video. They showed the video where they're like jumping across the little trail of them.
Yeah. And then there's the mob vote. I'm so mad about the mob vote.
I know, like, it's literally just a retextured squid, isn't it?
Yeah. I wanted the
Like,
isologer.
the Moo Bloom added a whole new type of flower.
No, I don't want the friggin' flower cow. We don't
Wait,
need
what did the Isologer add?
the isologer would have added like a different type of attack because he creates clouds of ice above you, and then those would have formed into actual blocks that would have crushed you. So like he came from dungeons. He was
Yeah.
But like the friggin' squid one, like why?
They're
Why?
like the most type of mob. Like, no one cares about squids. Why do we need another squid?
Like look, it glows, yay! I guess it would. I keep hearing that it would make that like Mojang would have to add dynamic lighting,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know. I guess dynamic lighting will be cool if they do add it. But
I guess if they... That does add a lot of more... It does add a lot more, like, hardware strain, because that takes a lot more processing.
yeah, for sure.
So Are they just gonna give it a texture where it kind of looks like it's glowing? That's gonna be it? Or...
I don't know. All I know is that I don't want the glow squid. That's all I know. Oh gosh. I think that's everything though. Although I could be wrong.
And it only took us 2 hours.
Oh, I'm gonna have a fun time editing this. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed our discussion about the Minecraft, the various Minecraft news things from the past week. I'm Retro,
And I'm Luby.
and we're gonna be out of here. So see ya.